Hi, this is John from Proper Coils, and today we're having a look at the Cyborg Quest 100 watt kit from Lost Vape. So this is the Cyborg Quest 100 watt kit from Lost Vape, and it is part of the Quest series, the budget range from Lost Vape, and it has the Quest 2.0 chip in the device. So on the side here, Quest 2.0 chip, and it's a 100 watt device, max output power. It takes a 21700 and 18650. It'll also take a 2700. Type-C fast charging. I wouldn't advise charging your battery in your device. I'd always advise people to use external chargers, but if you want to do that, it is Type-C fast charging. And it comes with the UB Pro coil, same as a lot of the other devices like the Ursa, and it's well known that the UB Pro coils are good coils. So on the back here we have the contents, and it comes with the mod obviously, and it comes with two different coils. So a UB Pro P1 coil, that's 0.15 ohms, and the second coil is a 0.3 ohm coil, and it's a UB Pro P3, that's stainless steel. The first one was Ni80. So the 0.3 coil is capable of temp control. The pod that it comes with is the UB Pro pod tank, same one that came with the Ursa, and it is a 5ml capacity, and it comes with O-rings, a user manual, an 18650, a battery adapter, Type-C charging cable, and warranty, and the usual warning signs on here. On this side we have Lost Vape Quest, the modern demarcation, and that is it. So we'll open her up. Nothing here, just Lost Vape on the front, and we'll open her up again. So you have your warranty card and your user manual. You have your device. In here you have your 18650 battery adapter, O-rings, and your Type-C charging cable. You have your two coils and your device. So we take the device out. We will look at the coils first. So it comes with two coils. Zoom this in. So the first coil is your stainless steel coil. It's UB Pro 3. It's a point coil. If you're using it in wattage mode, it's best between 60 and 70 watts, and there's your temp control ratings in Celsius and Fahrenheit. Stainless steel mesh on the inside. And the second coil is the 0.15 coil, and that is Ni80. Again, it's mesh. This is the one we're going to be using. I don't particularly like using stainless steel coils, so we'll be using this when we test out the pod. So best wattage range is 70 to 90 watts, Ni80, 0.15. UB Pro coils, very good coils. Used them in a few different devices. So the device itself, we'll zoom out a bit because it's a big boy. So it comes with the UB Pro tank. We take a quick look at that. We have looked at this before, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. It's A10 drip tip. We'll zoom in a wee bit. So your A10 drip tip, and it has the O-rings at the outside. It screws, the base just screws off from the body. Oh, and you just pop your coil in this way and press it in, and that's it. 5ml capacity. You fill with this grommet on the side. Fill your juice here, so it's one hole. I said in one of the previous reviews on the Ursa that there really should have two holes there, one to let the air escape, so you're not it's not sort of backfilling and leaking when you're trying to fill your pod. But other than that, it's a functional little tank, and it works pretty good. 5 ml capacity is good. That's basically it. Nothing else on the tank. Obviously, don't use this with a hybrid mechanical mod. It is it's basically it's a sub-ohm tank, so there's a floating pin, so that pin can move, and if the pin moves in too much, it can go flush with the threads, and that can cause a hard short, which is not good. On the bottom here, UB Pro Tank, Lost Vape, and don't vape the bin in your CE mark. That's it. So the mod itself, this is the Cyborg. It has a bit of a funky design. I like the design on it, sort of wraparound metal. Now, first thing I'll say is it weighs a ton. It's a heavy mod. I personally like mods that have a bit of weight to them. To me, they feel like they're made very well, and they're going to take a bit of punishment. This is for a 21700. It is particularly heavy, compared to some other 21700 devices. But I personally like that. I think it's pretty good. The layout of the chip, the Quest chip, as we've seen in different devices, it's a similar layout to a DNA chip. So you have your fire button, your up, your down, and your menu select button. On the bottom here, we have one of those screw caps, but it has the wee flap, which I like. If it doesn't have the flap and you just have to dig your nails in to get it and turn, it's a bit of a pain. But these that have the wee lift up flap is pretty good. You have your minus demarcation mark on the bottom, and it takes a 21700. I'm using a Samsung 30T, and on the bottom there, you probably can't see, but it has a plus mark. So pop your battery in, and it's a good functional way of securing your battery, and I have no issues with it really at all. So on the top here, I can take up to a 30mm. Now, I know a lot of people use 24s and 25s. I think 24 is pretty small. I have a Dwarf DLFL RTA, and that is a 24mm, and we're going to stick that on. What it looks like. So that's what it looks like with a 24mm. I think it's a little bit lost on the top there. It's not. It doesn't look as nice as something that's a bit bigger. So I have a 28mm here. It's the Kennedy RDA 28mm version, and I think that looks very good on it. I think like a 26, 28, and 30 is going to look the best on this. That's a 28mm. I think that looks pretty good. Yep. And lastly, then we have a Trilogy, which is a 30mm RTA. And that's how a 30mm looks. I think personally, if I was using this every day, I would have either 26 or 28, preferably probably a 28. 30 looks actually a bit big on it. So we leave the Kennedy on it for when we bring it back up top. So on the side here, you have Lost Vape, and on this side, you have Cyborg Quest. And we'll go through the menu. So we've gone through this before, so I won't take too long with it. So 5 clicks off, see you again. 5 clicks on, Lost Vape. Similar to a DNA, the layout is very similar to a DNA. So you have your resistance at the top. You have your battery indicator here. It shows your battery level in like a picture form and also in digital form, so you can see exactly how much battery you have, which is good. Power here is your mode, your wattage, and you have the seconds of your puff, and you have your profile number, so in profile 1 at the minute. And you have your puff counter, and you have your hit setting, so it's a soft, normal, and hard. So up and down to cycle through these. You can go down to your settings. So in your settings, you have atomizer. You can recheck your resistance. So just click on that and hit measure. You can change your wattage and go back. Screen, you can change the brightness of the screen. Color, go into color, and you can change the different color fonts for the text. User is your different profiles. Resets to the factory settings, and about is the version of the chip and back. So different modes then, we have power, which is your wattage mode. You have stainless steel 904 temp control, stainless steel 316 temp control, titanium, nickel, and your curve mode and voltage mode, bypass mode, and back to wattage. So we're going to be using wattage, we'll keep it there. To move your wattage, hover over the wattage and hit the middle button, and then you can adjust up and down. 0.5 increments, and then if you hold it, it goes to 1 watt increments, which is good. And it maxes out at 100 watts, and then it goes back to 5 watts. So we're going to keep that at 100 watts because that's what we're going to be using it. And that's basically the chip. You've seen that before and probably in previous videos and different devices. It's a for a budget chip, I think it's very good layout. It's something I'm used to because I like DNAs. So it's something I like using. That's really it. Nothing really else to talk about. I think it's a good looking mod. I like the sort of wraparound effect. Like the fact that there's a bit of weight to it. There is this comes in several different colors. I'm going to throw them up on the screen now. Lost Vape in general, I think, make very well made devices. Even in the Quest range, the build quality is very good on most of their devices, and this is no different. And this actually feels better quality than a lot of the Quest versions I've used before, because it is a bit more weighty, which I like. Some people won't like that, but me personally, I like a bit of weight in my device I'm using. And that's pretty much it. We'll bring it back up top, and I'll give you the pros and cons of the Lost Vape Cyborg Quest 100 watt kit. So back up top with the Cyborg 100 watt Quest kit from Lost Vape, and I have the 0.15 coil in there sitting at 75 watts in the UB Pro tank. Give it a vape. Plenty of clouds, plenty of flavor. The 0.15 coil is really nice, really good flavor. I'm not a big fan of stainless steel coils, so I'm not going to use the stainless steel coil, but 0.15 Ni80 coil is really nice. I'll go through the cons first, and there's only one. I think it should have come with beauty rings. Any of these 21700 devices with a 30mm top or base 510. I think like a 25mm or 24mm tank, which a lot of people use, would look a bit lost, or does look a bit lost on this. I think that if it came with accessories that included beauty rings that you could sit on, that you could screw on your 510, and you could set your 25mm or even 22mm tank or RDA, I think that would have been a great addition. Otherwise, I don't have any other cons. Everything else is a pro. So to the pros, I like the weight of it. There's a solid bit of weight in it. It feels very well made. It looks good. I think the wraparound steel or wraparound metal look around the tube looks really cool. The tank is fine. Like, the tank itself is fine, but the coils are the main thing for the tank, and that makes a tank good, a sub-ohm tank good. The tank itself is functional. The coils, well, the 0.15 coil is really good. If you like stainless steel, I'm sure the other one is very good as well. It's not something I like, but this coil really gives excellent flavor and lots of clouds. That's rated at 70 to 90 watts, that coil, and at 75 watts, it's really good. The chip itself, the Quest 2.0 chip, is a really good chip. It's similar to a DNA, the layout, the options you get your bypass, you get temp control, you get a bit of everything. You can change the color of the screen, you can change your setting from soft, normal to hard, you can reset your puff counter, or has a puff counter. It's a really nice laid out board, and if anyone likes a DNA board, they'll like this chip because it's very similar layout. But even the button layout is exact same. The bottom battery cap is, even though it's one of those fiddly ones, I don't mind it because it has that little latch on it, which it makes it easy to take in and out. Build quality from Lost Vape, as always, is excellent. And again, the fact that it weighs a lot makes it feel good quality. It is good quality. The ergonomics is really good. This the gap you have on the side, you wrap your fingers around and everything just sits nice. So ergonomically, it's really nice to hold in the hand. Looks wise, I think it looks really good. I showed the options earlier for different colors and finishes, and all of them look a bit classy. They're it's a bit classy looking mod, I think. I'll throw the Kennedy 28mm on. I think that looks really good. A 28 or a 26 RDA or RTA, I think it's going to look the best on this. That's it with the Kennedy on it. I think it looks pretty cool. And we'll bump that up to 100 watts because it's a 0.1 coil in it. There we go. So that's it sitting at 100 watts. So that was the review of the Cyborg Quest 100 watt kit from Lost Vape. It's something I really like. Definitely recommend if you're looking for a well built, something with a bit of weight. 21700 single battery mod with a decent board. I think this might be a winner for a lot of people, and I think it'll probably sell pretty well. The best two mods this year I've seen, both have come from Lost Vape. The Hyperion DNA version I thought was the rubberized one I thought was a really good mod, and I think this is something similar. Really well built and really like it. So yeah, that was it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the sub and notification bell. Before I go as well, thanks to Daredevil over on Instagram. I'll stick his link up here somewhere. Make sure you go over and give him a follow. He sent this on to me for review. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.